This is your NBC 10 2025 Rewind. Hello, I'm Mario Hilario.
And hello, I'm Alison Bologna. We're taking a look back at some of the biggest stories from the year.
A mass shooting at Brown University leaves 2 students dead, several more hurt. After a 5-day manhunt, the suspect, a former student at Brown, died by suicide. That person also suspected of killing a professor at MIT.
I think more than anything, I think what makes me a little emotional is the thinking about all the friends back at the rink, because I think while this is painful, obviously for me and my family, it's painful for all of them as well.
A Barrington mother and son and a skater from Mansfield were among the 67 killed in a mid-air collision in Washington, D.C. in late January. A trial focusing on wrongful death lawsuits starts in 2027.
It's the Gabriel House. It's completely up in flames.
We're here to save lives, and any time that any life is lost, a single life is lost, is a tragedy in our minds.
Fire killed 10 people at the Gabriel House assisted living facility in Fall River in July. Investigators say the initial cause is due to oxygen and smoking materials.
Is it a confirmed plane crash, sir?
I don't know if it's a plane crash, but it is a crash. I have no idea if it's a plane, though.
A small plane crashed on 195 in Dartmouth and killed a couple from Middletown. Tom and Aggie Perkins had just left New Bedford Airport on a personal trip to Wisconsin.
Jurors, hearken your verdict as the court records that you, upon your oath, say the defendant on 001 is not guilty.
No one has fought harder for justice for John O'Keefe than I have.
In June, a jury found Karen Reed not guilty in the death of her former Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe. However, Reed was found guilty of a lesser operating under the influence charge. In November, she filed a new civil lawsuit claiming investigators and several Canton residents framed her for John O'Keefe's death. Reed's still facing the O'Keefe family's wrongful death lawsuit. There's another high-profile trial in Massachusetts. Brian Walsh found guilty of killing his wife Anna on New Year's Day back in 2023. He is sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Former Fall River Mayor Will Flanagan was stabbed near his cannabis dispensary in October. The suspect, Corey Gonzalez, is undergoing a mental health evaluation now.
I repeatedly kept saying, this isn't safe, this isn't healthy, I'll come and get you. And she's like, no, I want to stay here. We're going to talk about the future. We have plans we have to make. We're fine now. I love you so much. And that was the last thing she said to me.
A missing pregnant teenager found dead in Rehoboth. 18-year-old Kylie Montero was found buried on her boyfriend's property. Gregory Groom, her on- and off-again boyfriend, is charged with killing her.
Aaron Thomas, the former North Kingstown coach, found not guilty of felony sex crimes. Jurors reached a split verdict. They found him not guilty of 2 felonies, but guilty of 2 misdemeanors. This means Thomas won't have to register as a sex offender. The 2 misdemeanors did carry up to 2 years behind bars if convicted, but Thomas will only serve 1 year of probation for his naked fat testing program. A forensic audit of the Washington Bridge reveals several issues that led to its sudden closure in December of 2023. According to the report, the Washington Bridge was poorly maintained, quote, over an extended period of decades. Issues date back to the early 90s. It states that bridge inspectors and designers should or may have been aware of the developing issues. During a heated oversight hearing in November, RIDOT Director Peter Alviti testified under oath. The new westbound Washington Bridge expected to be completed by November of 2028.
I mean, everybody in town either works or knows somebody that works at the Oyster Bar or comes here and enjoys the Oyster Bar. So, again, we're just saddened for all the employees and the owner.
No cause yet for the Matunic Oyster Bar fire. Hundreds of employees are still out of work. The owner plans to rebuild. Nicholas Alaverdian gets 2 terms of 5 years to life in prison for 2 separate rape trials. He'll serve the terms back-to-back with a chance to get out on parole. Alaverdian is the former Rhode Islander who faked his own death and moved to Scotland, only to be arrested in a hospital.
I'm an AG. I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a Let's go.
But you're going to regret this.
Yeah.
You're going to regret it. I'm an AG.
Devin Hogan Flanagan, an assistant attorney general arrested in Newport, is put on unpaid leave for 6 months. Senate President Dominic Ruggiero died at the age of 76. He was Rhode Island Senate President for the last 8 years, but had been a senator for 40 years, first elected in 1984.
Beloved Judge Frank Caprio died following a battle with pancreatic cancer. He was 88 years old. Bishop Bruce Lewandowski is the 10th bishop of the Diocese of Providence. He came from Baltimore and was one of the final appointments by the late Pope Francis.
People who want to take over should reconsider, destroying a landmark and destroying a place that just not our group, but other people come here. And young families, old families.
Newport Creamery leaves Garden City in Cranston at the end of December. The owners hope to move to another location in the city. A new building housing 6 to 7 tenants is going in its place at the shopping center.
Hasbro made the decision that they're leaving, which I think is a mistake.
From Newport Ave and Pawtucket to the Boston Seaport, Hasbro moving 700 full-time employees to Boston by the end of 2026.
Together with you, I hope to bring back faith in our government, to improve our public education, and create good-paying jobs.
Helena Foulkes is taking on Governor Dan McKee again. Governor McKee only beat her by 3 points. A viral video from the Coldplay concert at Gillette Stadium got millions of views, and the CEO of a tech firm to resign over allegations of an affair with his head of HR, who has also resigned.
It's a bummer to see it all go away.
Sal's been very good to everybody in the Hill here, and it's sad to see him go.
Joe Marzilli's Old Canteen closed in January after 69 years on Federal Hill. The Heritage Restaurant Group bought the business, put in Wally's Wieners and the Copper Club Speakeasy. The Heritage Group purchased several iconic restaurants in Rhode Island in 2025, including Olneyville, New York System. The Sunrise Show celebrated 40 years on the air here on NBC 10, and we couldn't celebrate the milestone without a surprise guest. The anchor who started it all, Frank Coletta, took time off from sleeping in to join us live on Sunrise and reminisce.
I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for all of the people I've met over the years in the community.
And our own Mario Hilario was inducted into the Rhode Island Radio and TV Hall of Fame. Frank Carpano and Patrice Wood were also recognized for their 45 years here at NBC 10. Also in December, Mario was inducted into the Silver Circle by the Boston, New England chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. The honor recognizes more than 25 years of excellence in broadcasting. Centerville Bank Stadium opened up to a sold-out crowd in Pawtucket for Rhode Island FC's inaugural home opener in May. The stadium hosted the Governor's Cup and will be the home field for URI football next season.
Bravo released its first look of the Real Housewives of Rhode Island. It was dropped during the final day of BravoCon in November. The reality show filmed across the Ocean State this summer. It'll air on Bravo in 2026.
And that is the NBC 10 2025 rewind, a very busy year.
So we hope you have a happy new year, and we thank you for turning to 10.